bitch, please. It's the review of Assassino Creed Revelations, with the full Assassin's Creed 1 game. Holy shit! And Altair Ibn al-Ahad, I think that's how you say his full name, and Ezio Auditore de Firenze. Yes. So, on the PS3 of course, black cover, how awesome is that? So, well, I thought the story to this game was Altair was travelling to Constantinople to find 5 massive keys so that he could get into Altair's vault and find a secret to our next piece of Eden. So he can hopefully maybe talk to another, let's call them gods, and find out some more shit about Templars and shit. Wrong! That's a secondary mission in this game. The actual story to this game is that Ezio is in Constantinople to check out suspected Templar activity and to help build the Assassin's Order, because it's like weak as fuck. What happened to the massive keys? Altair's on the cover, that should have been the flagship story. But no, it's a secondary story. It's a secondary mission. Like, you can't progress the game without doing the actual memory stars. But if you didn't do the massive key weapons, missions, you can just do the normal missions and progress the story that way. Bullshit! That really annoyed me about this game, and it really pegs the score down, believe me, because I thought this game was going to be amazing, because I thought it would just be a massive journey and an epic like trolling of the world to try and find these keys. But no, you help the Assassin's Order become this big thing, and then you become friends with the Prince, the Sultan of Constantinople, or whatever, or Constantine as they call it. And then you do some spying missions on the boy's brother and the boy's brother's friend, who's the leader of the Legionnaires, and it's just corruption and government bullshit, and you're like, oh god, this is terrible. And I hated the main story. I absolutely loved the proper story, which is the massive keys. Like, I'm going to fucking forget about the main story, because that's just bullshit, right? But the actual story that I like, anyway, is that Ezio's like looking for the keys. He kens that someone has one hidden away, but he doesn't know how to go look for it, if you know what I mean. And he finds this wife called Sophia, right? And instantly you get reminded of the lassie he used to go out with, who had the memory flashbacks in Brotherhood. And he also thinks of that as well. And she can decipher, like Leonardo da Vinci, these pages in books that he finds by Marco Polo, and that's how he locates areas to find out where the massive keys are, and the puzzles to find the keys are fucking incredible. And when you find each key, you go back to your assassin's den and you put it on a table, and then the memory unlocks, and you play out a really, really important event in Altair's life. And when I say life, I mean life. I mean, like the first one is like, let's say in his 30s, like the second one is in his like mid 40s, and then like the last two, like the second last one is like 85 or 81, and then the second one is like 92. It's crazy. It's incredible. The last memory is fucking insane. Playing as Altair as like a 92-year-old man. That's fucking incredible. And he still goes around and hidden blades people. And you find out that way back in the day, Altair invented the double blaze. It wasn't Ezio and Leonardo da Vinci in the second. It was actually fucking Altair. It was quite extraordinary. And he has guns as well. He invented guns as well. Fucking weird. And that's about it for the stories. All you can say is that the memories were cool. And then, well, when you find out the location of the vault, and then you see things at the Altair, and you're like, dude, what a legend. What an absolute fantastic person. And then you find out some stuff, and then Ezio gets to talk to Desmond and stuff like that. It's pretty damn cool right at the end. And the cliffhanger at the end, which is the pièce de résistance for all Assassin's Creed games. Is pretty damn awesome, and I don't want to spoil it because you need to experience it yourself. I was about to say, didn't put yourself through playing this just to see like a minute worth of fucking awesome story. Nah, it's worth it. Play through for the massive keys. Just force yourself to get through the shitty other story. Because that's what all Assassin's Creed games have been like a proper shit story from start to finish, and then right at the end it picks up. Except for Assassin's Creed 2, that was a brilliant story from start to finish. Anyway, graphically it's the best in the series. It's really good. It has improved on Brotherhood, really good. Ezio doesn't look like it does look a day over 50, but it doesn't even move like a day over 50. He's still just a fucking maverick for free running and killing people. Gameplay's just this absolute. It's like I would say it's 99.9% the same as Brotherhood, because you've got to think about how much you actually use the hook blade and actually how much you use bombs and stuff, and like the amount you use all different things compared to Brotherhood. So what I hate about the gameplay in this is that pardon me, is that when you kill someone with a sword, anyway, Ezio takes an absurd amount of time to actually kill the person. There's one where he stabs him in the chest, right? It's really quick, and then he just stands there. Right? Stands there, lowers his hand, waits very slowly. The guy's still on the blade. Slowly, 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 and then the guy eventually slides off the blade. However long that took while the video was recording, that's how long it actually takes in the game. It's really annoying when you're fighting 10 guys and he does that every single time he counters them. And you can't counter someone while he's doing that. And you can't dodge, you just get hit. It's annoying. Guns easy to use, poison darts are easy to use, throwing knives are shit. I never unlocked the crossbow, because the game was actually pretty short. You didn't actually earn enough money or unlock enough things to start earning enough money to buy that kind of shit. I never even unlocked all the armors. I just bought whatever was there. Didn't even unlock any of the weapons. I didn't even buy half the weapons. Sound is just top notch. The voice acting, yet again, in Assassin's Creed is of the finest quality. And now for the mini game, which is the Animus Island, like the Desmond missions. I can really understand why a lot of people would hate the missions, because even I got really frustrated at the missions, and I've got a very high patience threshold for what's perceived as a shit game. I mean, I managed to get through 5 and a full hour, a legendary. I mean, I must be the most patient man in the world. Oh dear, that's the worst game I've ever played. Anyway, the puzzles are really frustrating, but Desmond's whole story is actually pretty interesting. And when you complete sequences, and it sometimes transports you back to the island, you get to hear some things that some of the outside people are saying, like Sean and Lucy. No, Lucy. I think it's Lucy, I don't know. Sean and the other lassie, the lesbian. Oh my god, I can't believe I just said that. Aye, her. Talking about Desmond on the outside is pretty interesting. I haven't played the multiplayer. I haven't played it. I don't know what it is. I just don't want to play Assassin's Creed multiplayer. I just don't want to play it. I know people will say, "Oh, but you have to play it. You'll never know if it's good or not until you play it. Oh, it's actually really good. You'll be surprised." I'm like, I know it looks really good, but I just don't want to play it. I just don't think I'll be good at it. Okay, I mean, I didn't want to play something online if I know I'm going to be shit at it. I am really shit at Assassin's Creed. Like on Brotherhood, on the Hidden Blade kill streaks, the most I got was like 21. That's shit. My pal Chris has got like 40 odd. That's terrible compared to that. Oh well. I suppose I would have to actually just wrap up, because like I've talked about everything. I mean, I got my point across that the story's shit. That's all I really wanted to get across. So My score for this is actually going to be pretty shit. I'm going to have to give it 7 out of 10, which is so good that I'd buy it twice, and to be honest, I would buy it twice. Because that would include like buying a collector's edition or whatever, so yeah, I would buy it twice. So there you have it. Assassin's Creed Revelation. It's not the best Assassin's Creed released, but it's certainly not the worst, because 1 will always be the worst, sadly, because I love Altair. But it's by no means a fully brilliant game. I mean, like, Assassin's Creed 2 was really brilliant. I was like 9 out of 10. Then Brotherhood was like 8. This is 7. It's like they're getting worse, but the story is getting more and more interesting. I can't wait to find out what the next one's going to be about. But I just hope to Christ it's more entertaining than this. Aye, that's actually a good way to put it. It's a good game, but it's just not entertaining enough. So, I should wrap up and say goodbye. Love your PS3. Love your Ezios. Love your Altairs. Hate your fucking Templars. Hate your pish stories. And see you later.